Sup flappers, let's just get this out of the way, okay? There are no words on God's green earth to describe how erect I am when it comes to Thoma. All right, and not in the way that you think or the way that I think the way I said it would imply, but rather to his overall capabilities as a character. I think Thoma, people say Thoma is going to be the Pyro Xingqiu, but I think Thoma, from what we have heard, should be able to take what Xingqiu does and elevate it even more, because I think Thoma, instead of focusing on healing and damage mitigation, Thoma straight up has a shield. So in that regards, Thoma is already outshining Xingqiu in a way, as long as corrosion is not involved. So today I want to help you guys maybe understand Thoma a little better. I see not a lot of people are talking about it anymore. It feels like a lot of people have put him on the back burner. I know a lot of people are excited because in my comments or previous videos, a lot of people are saying, you know what, I could really care less about Hu Tao. I just want Thoma. So it's good that a lot of people are still excited, and how can you not be excited, right? He's the first male character, I believe, since Kazuha, or at least the first memorable male character since Kazuha. And you know, we've been missing one of these daddy statured level characters. We got Tartaglia, who is on the rerun right now, and we got Zhongli, and now we have Thoma, and great, next patch we got Ito, who's gonna be a chonky daddy. What's there not to like? So first and foremost, let's talk about Thoma's elemental skill, the shield. Now, if people don't know, right, Thoma's shield is likely going to be something similar to Jin Yan's shield. I just cannot imagine them pumping too much into its shield. It's a pyro shield, so most likely it's going to have more resistances towards pyro. But the differences from Jin Yan's shield that has been introduced for Thoma is that they are saying Thoma's shield can stack with itself. So there are ways to refresh his elemental skills shield, and that apparently is able to stack with his current shield. So in a way, we can replenish his shield strength, which has been quite difficult for characters that have weaker shields. So it's going to be great to see if Thoma is going to be capable enough to consistently refresh his shield to not ever be in any real danger. And again, I believe Thoma's shield serves to be more of a temporary solution to a couple strong hits, as opposed to Zhongli's shield, who literally separates you somehow into a different freaking dimension where damage doesn't exist. All right, it's very different. A lot of these characters' kits are designed in different ways. Now, having a method to refresh your shield is definitely going to be a key aspect into making Thoma's elemental skill just a little more consistent when it comes to shielding. All right, now with that said, let us move to his burst, because I think the burst is where all the juices are at. No, not that kind of juice. Get your mind out of the gutter. His burst skill is the one that we really have to look at when comparing him to Xingqiu. So much like Xingqiu, Thoma's burst, yes, can be transferred onto other characters on your team, which essentially makes it a pyro secondary attack that follows whatever attacker you have on the field. From the demo, from the patch 2.2 live stream, it's easy to see that it kind of sends out these fire scorching pathways that attacks the enemy, kind of like in a cone shape. But what I am very interested about is that going to be similar to Xingqiu's attack, meaning when Xingqiu is paired with a bow unit. So for example, right now, if you ever fight the Pyro Hypostasis, you know it's pretty tricky to get rid of its shield without a Hydro attacker on the team. Having Xingqiu with someone even like Diona is able to take down the boss's shield very, very efficiently, because the boss moves around a lot. It has a lot of animations. If you're chasing around with a melee character, it's just going to be difficult, right? So in that sense, having Diona with Xingqiu's burst, you're going to be able to hit the boss from far, far away, and the Hydro attacks from Xingqiu is still going to follow through and attack the boss. Now, is that also going to be same for Thoma, which is going to be a question, especially a question for those who are running Aloy. All right, so for my Aloy mains out there, hey, I see you guys. All right, the 3 people in the back, I see you guys. I see you guys. All right, Aloy mains, is going to be important how Thoma's burst skill synergizes with bow users. So far, we know Xingqiu's synergy has no limitations. It doesn't matter if you are using a sword, a great sword, bow, freaking slippers. Xingqiu is going to work with you, and that's one of the reasons why Xingqiu is top tier. Do I think Thoma has the potential to be top tier? Yes, I definitely think Thoma has the potential to be top tier, and to go one step beyond, I do think Thoma is capable to outpace Xingqiu when it comes to usefulness, simply due to Pyro Resonance and Vaporize, Melt. These are still the two best damage dealing reactions in the game. Thoma can be the centerpiece to both of them. What Thoma does not have that Xingqiu does, of course, is going to be freeze teams. But then again, Thoma is going to get even better. It's going to age like wine, hopefully, because we're going to be getting Dendro. And if you guys don't know, currently the 4-piece Crimson Witch set buffs burning, which is the reaction between Pyro and Dendro, by 40%. Trust me, you're gonna get a freaking Dendro character someday that is gonna pair flawlessly with Thoma. This character is going to bring upon us finally a way to maximize damage through supportive Pyro on-hit abilities. Xiangling was the girl who helped us take care of general Pyro application, but Thoma is going to be the one that focuses on the on-hit effects. So before we get to the conclusion, there is still one thing I'm a little curious about that I don't think I've seen people talk about, because due to how Thoma's burst skill seems to be animated, shaped, it does seem to be functioning as a cone shape centered around Thoma going outwards. So the narrowest point of the cone is on us, and then it just spreads outwards, right? Like in this very acute shaped cone. Now, does that mean Thoma's burst skill has AoE capabilities? Let's say a group of enemies trapped, sucked in. Does that mean all of them are going to get Pyro applied on them? I don't know. Also, for example, enemies like Venti's Vacuum, Vortex, whatever, has them lifted off the ground. Is Thoma's burst able to still hit enemies as it's traveling along the floor? I know these are like very minuscule things, but let's say you want to pair Thoma with Aloy, Diona healer, Venti support, and then you freaking realize, holy shit, Thoma's burst skill can't hit enemies that are Vortex by Venti, whom are lifted off the ground. Because for Xingqiu, he summons these Hydro daggers that just follows through and stabs the enemy. So it doesn't matter if they're off ground, on ground, underground, wherever. But Thoma seems to be attacking through the ground. So what I'm thinking is there a chance where Thoma can't hit enemies that are lifted off the ground, but he's able to hit multiple enemies if they're on the ground? Interesting stuff, some things for you to think about. Now, finally, in conclusion, do I think Thoma is going to be a must pull? Nothing is a must pull, I know, get that out of the way, but Thoma is definitely going to be one of those 4-star characters I anticipate to be more useful than the majority. Think of him to be on Xingqiu, Diona kind of tier, all right? I really struggle to put him any lower, even if his damage himself is not that good. He has a shield that can stack, and we don't know currently how many stacks it can go up to. So for example, originally, let's say his shield can only block 100 damage. Let's say after stacking, it can block 200, and then 300, and then 400. We don't know the upper limits, but it's been said his shield can stack. It gets better and better and better, and it also refreshes his duration. It's insane, people. Pretty crazy to have a mechanic like that. And also his burst skill is kind of just like Xingqiu. So what's there not to like about him? He's going to be on the same batter as Hu Tao. So even if you end up getting the 5-star, there's nothing too much for you to be upset about, unless you already have a C2 or C1 Hu Tao, which then is kind of, okay, like a little bit better. But if you have no Hu Tao, or you have a C0 Hu Tao, definitely a good choice to pick up. All right, with that said, I'm going to be streaming a little later in a couple of hours. Tune in then, ask me anything. Pretty excited. About a week now, we're going to be getting Thoma and the Hu Tao banner. I'm also going to be moving, so a lot of things are happening. All right, with that said, urge y'all to stay safe. Peace. Good luck with your summons.